Now it's time to break it.
And welcome back to SplitScreeners podcast. I was waiting for it to actually start doing a counting thing. Because it actually didn't. And I was scared that it wasn't recording. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back. And hi to my co-stars here.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hello again.
We got Aaron. We got Nick. We got Gavin.
Oh, salutations.
Salutations to you, good sir.
Oh,
Before we get deep into this movie episode, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to stay up to date on all our frequent drops on new content. I wanted to say daily, but we're a little behind right now, so...
once we have 20,000 subscribers, we will be running a giveaway.
One day, when I am an old man.
Yeah, maybe we should start with our first blowout at like 100. We'll give something away at 100 subscribers.
Excuse my
Something
voice, I'm
big.
still fighting the end of a cold
It's
right
a
now.
giant penny.
Guys, how the hell have you been?
Been flipping flan-blastic.
I love that answer.
So good.
So good.
Have I been? Good.
Good.
It's good.
Alright.
It's good,
I
yeah.
know we've all seen Doctor Strange. We'll get to that later. The majority of the episode will be our discussion about that. We had one new trailer recently, Avatar: The Way of Water, I think it's called. Very lackluster kind of trailer. Just kind of shows you the feel and look of the new film. A few teases here and there.
It's tomorrow.
That's week, yeah.
The problem with this franchise right now is a long time ago there was hype for a sequel, and now it's just kind of fizzled off over the last 11 years, 12 years. Yeah, because the movie came out in 2009, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that's 13 years.
So yeah, a long time to wait for a sequel.
But not as long as Duke Nukem fans waited for Duke Nukem Forever. That is terrible. Wait, I didn't hear anything.
Worse.
But yeah, that's like the one major trailer we got.
Yeah,
So-
it was awful. This movie looks fucking stupid.
Smurfs underwater.
It's called not walking with Smurfs.
Avatar: The Book
Dancing.
of Water.
It's dancing with
The
Smurfs.
The first one wasn't a good movie. It was just visually stunning for its time in 2009. I don't know what they can do in 2022 that's going to blow me away like that one did in 2009.
Just you wait, because James Cameron does what James Cameron does.
Not for James Cameron.
Yeah, visually the underwater scenes and the glowing seashells, and it's gonna blow your freaking.
Look,
I mean,
look, you say that,
Wow.
but you don't know. Maybe Avatar 2. He's releasing it because he finally figured out how to make like holograms come off of the screen, and that's what he's banking on.
I mean, the first one was a worse version of Fern Gully. What's this one gonna be?
worst version
Fern
of
Gully
Ferngully.
again?
A worse version of
I
Avatar.
don't know why I feel the need to defend every film that comes across my table. I'm not,
Defend it, Zach. Defend it.
part of the reason for the wait is
Do you debate that Fern Gully is a better film?
I don't remember Ferngully.
Wow.
I have seen it.
Our film critic,
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
Um,
I don't mind.
part of the reason for the wait was he was waiting for the waiting to develop the technology to run motion capture underwater, which has not yet been done. And then
So I'm gonna actually believe they're in the water.
possibly,
Yeah.
we'll see.
You're going to buy every side.
I'm gonna be like, wow, that looks like water.
And then he was also trying to develop a way of doing 3D in cinemas without 3D glasses.
yeah, how far? do you
Holy shit! That's like what I was saying. Holograms.
Basically, I
Yes.
hope it doesn't
And
look
it works.
like...
It works in one theater in the whole world.
No, honestly, if he can get it in every theater, I will go pay money to go see this movie.
Well, I'm gonna go see it anyway.
I mean,
And I mean, I love James Cameron, but the
You
first
did
half,
Terminator
and I
2.
like, Aliens,
Aliens?
Terminator 1 and 2.
I mean, I love Terminator 2 way more. Phenomenal.
Yeah, but Terminator 1's so
Yeah,
It's still
Terminator
good.
1's a great.
That's just where my
groundbreaking
mind goes
film.
straight at. Like,
I agree. The T2 is better, but
yes.
1 cannot be disregarded. But yeah, he's a great director. I love him. But Avatar 1 was a good film. Ripped off Fern Gully, but so overrated.
I
way
think a lot of the hate at this table is because it's overrated.
I'm just sick of hearing about how it was the greatest movie of all fucking time.
I want to be a blue guy.
It was visually good. The story was fine.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
And unfortunately, if you're making a movie that's relying on visuals, 13 years later, it doesn't stand up. Because now I watched this movie and I was like, yeah, this movie's fucking awful.
Did you watch it?
I watched
think he
it
has
like a
watched
year
it
and a half
recently.
ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in years.
Last time I saw was the big re-release with added footage and stuff. Back in like 2011 or something.
We'll tell you, Jake Sully's a damn hero.
I think I saw it like last year playing in the cinema theater. Not the cinema theater, the cardio theater.
Oh my god, I was like, what are you talking about? You mean the movie theater, you psychopath?
Cinema theater.
What is wrong with
Hark,
you?
ye Triton, hark! The cinema theater.
As opposed to the theater or the cinema. As opposed to the theater cinema. No, the cardio theater at a stupid gym. I'm not giving them.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
You
Look,
already halfway did it.
No, all he said was good.
yeah, that could be Gavin's
Sure was.
gym, which is my gym, because I'm Gavin and it's my gym. They play movies.
Why aren't you
With
sponsoring
treadmills.
us then?
Yeah, sponsor.
They do play movies with treadmills, and it,
Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss,
I never
but most of
thought
the
they'd
time
do that.
it's right in the middle.
they had a couple good ones that
Yeah.
Can you imagine running the whole length of that movie?
No, most of the time, if
Yeah.
it was a movie that I wanted to watch, I would run on the treadmill for about 20 minutes, and then I would just sit on the end of the treadmill and watch it. Which I have done twice. At
He's
that
over
gym.
there, big bowl of butter and popcorn. I'm not here to work out. I'm just watching the movie.
Walk around, everybody else running. You want some
Yeah.
popcorn?
You do usually run through the movie.
Anyways, moving on.
All right, so now,
Avatar, we'll go see it.
Won't be on any of our top 10s at the end of the year.
No.
I don't know.
Maybe it'll blow us away.
Look again.
I'm not
if it
nailing
has,
anything down yet.
I'm open-minded. If
I am not.
if
I'm
it has
not
holograms,
excited.
I'm game.
I already have my number one. I don't think anything is going to knock it off the list this year.
Morbius.
Oh, fuck that piece of shit.
Cats.
No.
Cats.
That didn't come out this year.
No,
But
but
it's
you
still the
watched
best,
it this
it's
year.
the best
No.
movie you've seen this year.
No, not even close. It will make it number one on a list, but that's the worst movie of
Zach,
all
we
time.
already know what movie your number one is.
What is it?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Fuck yeah, it is. Such a good fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Phenomenal. All right, now playing in
It's
theaters,
overrated.
we have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which we'll get to later. Just released Firestarter, which is a remake of an older movie based off a Stephen King novel.
Of the same name.
Of the same
And it
name.
is not doing well.
Family Camp,
But Zac
The
Efron.
Bad Guys.
Am I right,
We
guys?
still-
yeah.
Yeah.
Zac Efron.
I'll,
Fine as
I'll
hell.
almost watch anything with him in it.
Yeah.
Almost.
He is fine, so.
We still have Everything Everywhere All at Once. Go see it, damn it. Fantastic
Overrated.
Beasts,
Overrated.
Secrets of Dumbledore. The Northmen, which is pretty up there too for me.
Do need to watch.
Uncharted, which just got reissued for some reason.
With what?
Trash!
And if you're paying
I
attention
really
to
didn't
Ghibli
expect you to
Fest,
like it.
I
Ponya's
needed more,
now
I thought.
playing.
Yeah, Panya.
Skipping that.
Coming soon, though, we have the next A24 film, Men. Any people who've been into Downton Abbey, the new era releases this week, which
Zach is
Excited
stoked
for.
for.
I'm giving you that look because I know you watched that series too.
I'm down with the Abbey.
I only watched Bridgerton.
Poser.
I'm joking. I haven't watched Bridgerton either.
I feel like
I've
you
only
would
watched.
like it.
I've only watched Call of the Midwife.
I feel like you would like Downton Abbey. I didn't think I would. It's one of those shows
same.
where I sat down on the couch, my wife was watching a TV show. I'm trying to do my own thing. Every once in a while, I'm like, what's going on here? And then I got sucked in. And then the week after, we got Top Gun Maverick and Bob's Burgers movies.
Yeah.
God, I'm hoping both of those are playing at the drive-in that weekend.
That'd be
That would be
great.
sick.
Yeah.
Because
I
do wanna
wouldn't
see
wait
both.
for it, but I would go see it again if I had already seen those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those movies I think I'm going to probably see before we go up for our trip.
Yeah. Probably not the same
Oh,
movie.
yeah, I'm gonna see Bob's for sure. But I do actually. Top Gun looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently
I am a fan
rewatched
of the original.
I just recently rewatched it.
You know, I'm a closeted Top Gun fan. Tom Cruise and I were in the closet.
It's a good action movie, and it has a good romance plot.
It's like you like it for one
I
reason.
didn't say great.
Okay.
Planes fly in sky and go boom, boom, boom.
Boom,
That's
boom,
why-
planes.
That's the way Zach loves it.
I had a dream of being a fighter pilot, and
Yeah.
I lived
I
through
mean,
this
that
movie.
is the appeal of this
Oh,
film.
and the volleyball scene. I can't knock that volleyball.
Val Kilmer and that
Oh.
killer smile.
Golly.
Man.
Nice man.
You know there's going to be a volleyball scene in this, but it's not going to be like that.
No, they're gonna try and recreate it.
And it'll have a bunch of chicks.
It's just like Independence Day 2 trying to recreate the feel of the original speech from the original
Oh,
movie.
yeah. And it'll just
That, no.
fall flat.
I've heard a lot of good things about Maverick, though.
Independence Day.
Looks good. I am excited to see it.
I'll go see it for sure. I didn't hate the first one as much as I hate most Tom Cruise movies, but
And knowing Tom Cruise, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that he's flying the jets in each of the scenes.
Probably. I mean,
Always.
not in each scene, but in
I mean,
several.
he's jumping to the other jets and playing all the other pilots.
Specifically, anytime the plane's on the ground, he's piloting.
He's piloting it.
he meets the height requirements to fly a plane, that's for sure.
I don't know, he might actually be too short.
He might be.
If he has a booster
This is
seat,
the
He
Oh,
is never coming on the show after that joke. I'm telling you that right now.
This is
what?
the alternate way.
After calling him short, he hates his
Look, I
short.
heard there's a
Oh, wow.
rumor online. Again, rumor.
There's
I
nothing
don't
wrong
believe this.
with being
that
a
he
gay short man
fucks.
in this world.
That he takes fish into public bathrooms and then fucks fish in the public bathroom. Because multiple people have cited him just like going into a bathroom and guards like block people from going in, and then when they go in, there's just like a used fish body in there.
Is he a fucking dolphin?
It makes sense for the height things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's all coming together.
He's
Welcome
actually
to
a
the
dolphin.
show,
Tom Cruise, if you'd like to come onto our show and interview and clear some of these things
That's the
up.
title of this video. Tom Cruise is a dolphin.
We do have a couch he could jump on.
Oh, yeah, you can jump all you want.
He can
over
fly. He can fly. What was that, superhero movie? I think so.
God, that movie was terrible.
That
there.
was
Yeah,
a fucking
God, don't
terrible
bring
movie.
that up.
Alright, now to the grand event.
Why?
And that's the end of the show. I'm just kidding.
Wait, what's
What?
your grand event?
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
Don't you want to save that to the end?
Alright, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
Do we have news?
I have no news. Other than, like,
Aaron, do you have news?
I'm looking.
there were some, like, delays. I know,
Yeah, we're getting used to that in the video game and
Look,
the movie world.
look, Zach doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to talk about the fucking movie.
yes, like I said, the majority
Because
of
he
this
stopped
was a movie.
responding to me
Realist-
in the group
Tune
message.
in next
simply
week when
because-
we talk about Doctor Strange.
Realistically, I was going to see if we wanted to talk about Moon Knight. That was fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk some Moon Knight. That was
Moon Knight episode 6
Now,
I
came out.
forgot that we're all caught
Everybody
up on
watch
Moon
that.
Knight.
Oh, did you just binge the whole thing?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you binged so many shows.
Yeah, I've been on a binging show kick lately. Talk
yeah.
about the other one I just binged in a minute.
Alright, I'll let you start it off then.
So yeah, I kept hearing Zach talk about how good Moon Knight was. But like most shows that come out, I hate waiting for weekly episodes. The only thing I can think of that I've done that with was Bel Air.
Game of Thrones. The
and
last
the-
few seasons.
The last couple seasons,
Yeah.
but I only got
Yeah, he got
sucked-
to binge the first 6.
Yeah.
I gotta binge
And,
more than
and yeah,
that.
Bel Air literally was only because I thought I was gonna hate that show with a passion,
Yeah.
and then I ended up loving it.
Yeah.
But Moon Knight, I waited, I think, till episode 5 came out, so I did have to wait a week for episode 6. But we watched the first 5 episodes, I think, in one night. This show was fucking cool, man. Like, you were talking about how you think it might be your favorite Marvel show that you've seen.
So far, yes.
Arguably, I think that might be up. It might be up there for me as well.
He's up there for me as well. It's,
Definitely.
Like Loki was so fucking good, and I did just binge WandaVision before we went and saw Doctor Strange.
aren't you glad you did?
Yeah, good thing you did.
I am very glad that I did. Except I did not see the post-credit scene at the end of WandaVision.
So her.
So her being
turn.
evil kind of threw me off because I had no idea where that came from.
You're like, I think I'm missing a scene.
I think I'm missing something here. But no, Moon Knight was cool. Oscar Isaac is so fucking good in that role. I love at the end because I think the first time that the third character in his head shows up is like episode 3 or episode 4.
He's in all 6.
Yeah.
Just for a split second.
But the first time he's mentioned, like what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, where they acknowledge
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
And then to see him at the end, I really was scared that they weren't going to do anything in that post-credit scene that was going to mean anything, and then
Yeah.
get introduced to Jake Lockley, and that was cool.
And then just gunning him, just.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought like no one reacting to the bright flashes was a little weird, but past that, it was
a trip, man. It's so.
It's well written.
Yeah, very well written.
Yeah.
And Dan, is he a good actor?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac's phenomenal.
Not only that,
pulling
Ethan
off all
Hawke
those roles.
did a really
Yeah.
good job.
And I like how we didn't get like the original Moon Knight. We got a middle. I like that we didn't get Ethan Hawke's Moon Knight. I like how we kind of got him as just like.
I wouldn't mind have seen maybe like a flashback to him.
Well, yeah, I can see like now.
If they do anything in the future, we could.
I'm glad it wasn't about him, like being Moon Knight for like the show itself.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Like they could do it now and I'd be fine, but like the show, the
Depending on what they do
violence.
with Moon Knight.
The violence caught me a little off guard, especially the first episode when he blacks out and there's just blood everywhere, and then he's like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, they did say that they're going to try to push the envelope a little bit on Disney Plus with this one. I think
Good. I'm glad.
I think they added
Enough.
the age restricting content.
They did.
Right before the series came out.
Yeah, to sign up for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really cool.
Again, it's one of those things that like I know the background on all the big heroes, right?
Yeah.
And like Moon Knight, I didn't know anything about it. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy all over again, where I just went in completely blind, and it was.
I was like, the biggest things I remember Moon Knight like is just kind of a dick, just a little bit, and that's like really the most interaction. You know, I've talked about it.
I knew
Deadpool,
certain
though.
aspects of him, but
Yeah, I never really
Never
read him. I've seen
dived
some of
into
his
it.
tie-ins.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
I
like-
knew the overall, but I don't know his like overall character arc.
And I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of times where I mix him up with Taskmaster.
And
I can see that.
And the whole Egyptian theme is just
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
so much different.
I was
than
like,
what
I think
we
we've
get from
talked
anything
about
else.
either on this podcast. No, it has to be on this podcast because I've talked about it with Aaron.
Yeah.
An Egyptian God of War. Like after the Norse, we get this trilogy. I would love an Egyptian trilogy.
Yeah, that
It'd
would-
be so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's my favorite pantheon, so
Yeah.
it'd be awesome.
I would have to agree with that.
I hope they do
Egyptians
more with Moon Knight. Like I would love another show, but I don't know where they're gonna plug him into the MCU.
I know there's been talk of a possible Midnight Suns.
Yeah, we've talked about
team
that
up.
before. That would make
The
sense.
thing that kind of worries me a little bit was what got Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke on board for this was the fact that it wasn't so connected to the greater MCU. They only had a plan for one season, so there's no big contract.
No, so
There might
keeping them
be
in
after
there.
this though.
there could be, but that.
But I can't see them not doing anything else with the character.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
just to
that
be a
would be
one and done
disappointing.
would be so
Oh, yeah.
disappointing.
I was like, even if he only just shows up in like the shows here and there.
Yeah.
'Cause
Or if he comes in at the big, the next end game where everything culminates at the end.
I
of
would
the
also be
phase.
I'd be completely happy if he showed up in like in just Deadpool, having him in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't find that.
Well, yeah, Deadpool was almost going to be in Multiverse, but Ryan Reynolds pulled out, saying it wasn't the right fit for Deadpool for
I
his
think that's
introduction to
you know
the
what?
MCU.
I'm glad because he's taken stands every step of the way with the
No, it's
character,
good.
and it's a big reason why it's good.
He's led him in a good direction so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
He was probably semi-soulless. So.
Marvel just does like. I didn't really watch any of the shows until Loki. I think Loki was the first one I really got into.
Mhm.
They do such a good job with their TV shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like it's movie budget.
Yeah,
which it
it
is.
used to be the other way around. They did not do
Yeah, I remember
their
back in the
shows.
day, people were talking about how DC had better TV shows
Yeah.
and worse movies,
And Marvel
was
had
the
good
reverse.
good movies, bad shows. Now they've got good movies and shows.
I was like,
Part of the reason is because sorry, Gavin.
You're good.
Part of the reason is Marvel Television used to be a separate division led by a different
Yeah.
person, but once that got kind of conjoined with
Kevin Feige got to take
yeah,
over.
he kind of took
Yeah,
over.
put it
And
all
that's-
together.
That's why you see the difference between like Agent of the Shield isn't technically canon anymore,
Right.
but all these Disney
is
Plus
fine.
shows are. And that's where that difference is like right between those shows.
Speaking of stuff that isn't canon, real quick before we get in Multiverse Madness, I did binge my next show, which was Marvel's Runaways. Tori and I had watched it before, but they had come out with a new season, so we just started it all over. I think we finished it in like 4 days. I'm not going to get into it really deeply because the three of you haven't seen it, and I would recommend it.
Yeah, because I know they got a lot. Because I know that they have all the Netflix shows now. Because we got Daredevil and so.
Just follows a group of kids whose parents are doing shady shit, and most of them have powers. Some of them make their own powers, or like
Tech base.
techs. Thank you. That's
Kinda like
the
Iron
word.
Man.
Yeah. And there are definitely some falloffs. There's a girl that controls a dinosaur, which is a super cool power. The dinosaur looks dope, but you never really get to see the dinosaur do anything. But the whole show, that really, at the end of it, after they have their big battle at the end of the 3rd season, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, 3 seasons and I don't get to see the dinosaur kill fucking anybody.
They don't have the budget for it.
No, I think that's 100% what it was. But, like, it was cool because, like, you go through, like, these waves. Like, at the beginning, you hate the parents, you like the kids. And then there'll be points where, like, I hated some of the kids and I started liking some of the parents. And it's kind of like that through the whole show. So each character, I think, has a really nice arc to them. I think that's a nice part. I know that season 4 has been canceled. I'm hoping at some point they decide to do it again. I don't know if they ever will, but...
Don't think so.
Yeah, I think that show originally released on Freeform or on Hulu. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about season 4 yet.
Yeah, I know the last one came out in like 2019.
With Marvel's current direction, I don't see a season 4 happening. A reboot, maybe, but it's probably...
There are some cool characters, though, that would be really fun in the MCU, I think.
And they definitely are in the comics connected, so it'd be cool if they do bring in
But
some
yeah,
of the
for
Runaways.
anybody who hasn't watched it, including the Theory of the Sable, I would highly recommend it. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, one of these days, yeah.
It's on my list. I'd forgotten about it until you brought it up the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I was going to watch that.
So before we move on, favorite part of Moon Knight. For me, I think it would be the aspect of the multiple personalities and how they went about showing those off. I thought that was so well done, especially by Oscar Isaac, who phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Aaron?
It's going to be the same, because I thought he just knocked that out of the park. Like, I believed he was those different people. So, phenomenal actor, was really good, and showing that mental health aspect of a character in the MCU was just really cool and really well done.
It was a total mind fuck,
Yeah.
too, because like at a certain point you're like, fuck, what shit is it?
Yeah.
To make sure, because I could see them just being like, oh, fuck off.
I really, really enjoyed the scenes in the mental hospital. For multiple reasons. I thought obviously the layout of him having multiple personalities and kind of like the way that he would handle it like in a mental facility was cool, but like seeing all the Easter eggs and tie-ins to like characters that you saw throughout the show and what they were doing in this hospital, I thought was awesome. Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part. And then the end, obviously the 2 giant gods fighting behind them was super cool to see.
Did not expect to see
Godzilla
that.
versus King
cool,
Kong,
yeah.
Egyptian style.
The visuals of the show was something that Tori and I kept bringing up. Like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. But like, some of the shots that they had,
Cinematography.
the cinematography was phenomenal.
Especially when they were turning the sky back to ancient times.
Some of the shots of him jumping with his cape to like cover part of the moon was like, so fucking cool.
One they used
Those are straight out of the comics.
Are they?
Yeah, so...
One they used in the trailer was when he pulled his moon ring basically out of the moon.
Yeah.
I fucking love that
Yeah,
shot.
that shit was so cool. Yeah.
The action. It was probably my favorite part. Like I loved Isaac's.
Yeah, I mean, all it's just
it was all amazing. I liked how the actions was mostly choreographed. You don't get to see much of it at the beginning, I'll admit. But once it was there, it felt impactful. I liked seeing a street level fight. Like they always say, like all this destruction, all this, but since they weren't afraid of actually bringing in civilians to actually get gunned down properly, unlike in a lot of other Marvel movies, the newest one notwithstanding, they really they killed people. Moon Knight killed people. They all killed people, and it was believable. The destruction was more believable. Because the thing always bothered me about Avengers, like I don't want people to die, but I'm saying like Like there'd be all this like destruction and like no bodies,
no casualties,
like no like just nothing to show. Like it just looks like just two things. Like, and I get it. Like some of the more powerful ones can just tear. More powerful superheroes can just tear up the area, but like there'd still be bodies.
They're just perfectly underneath the rubble. Nothing's sticking out.
Yeah,
It's just how they roll.
Just going down the drain.
but it was just the action. The fight scenes were really well choreographed. They were impactful. Even I was kind of hoping to see the gods fight a little bit, but I kind of am glad they didn't because it definitely I think they saved some of their budget for the big Kyonshu
Fight.
fight. Because like there was a lot of special effects going on in that fight, and
Yeah, they had a good budget. Which is nice to see.
Yeah, I like the
show.
I loved the gentleman. I loved
Gentleman Khonshu.
Yeah, I loved the gentleman Moon Knight and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Mr.
Kyonshu was
Mr.
such.
Knight.
I thought, yeah, Mr. Knight. I thought Kyonshu was also really well
But
done.
Gentleman
I loved,
Khonshu was cool at
Yeah.
the end, too. His fancy suit.
Khonshu's probably one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I love
he's
Khonshu.
so.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was understandable, but he was also like at the same time he's unhinged, just the same. So like you're kind of like,
Oh,
like
the
yeah,
Birdman
like
again.
like we want you to do this, but at the same time it's like, oh fuck, like bring it back a little bit. It was the gods were portrayed really cool.
I didn't expect him to jump.
Now, for those of you that follow along with our episodes, first of all, we appreciate you, but you might have been like, where the hell are those 4 weird dudes that record YouTube videos all the time last week? We were in Denver.
Yeah.
We kind of just came up with a plan to go see Doctor Strange in IMAX, and that's what at least 3/4 of us were able to do. Do we want to just... What do you want to just hop into it, Zach?
I feel like we should start with like the non-spoiler like overview of it, how we felt, and then we can deep dive with spoilers right after that. So overall, my favorite parts of this film is the Sam Raimi-ness of it, the horror aspects. I loved Wanda. I loved the little bit of Doctor Strange's arc. The visuals were really cool. And seeing this in IMAX, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, I went in with different expectations. Like, I thought this was going to be more of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
So part of me was a little let down on some of that, but at the same time, was really good. I did not expect the horror themes that Sam was going to bring in, and I thought they worked really well. Those, again, were some of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Just seeing a darker MCU.
That was my favorite part. I liked
was
how dark
great.
it was.
Yeah.
Especially... I'll let Nick talk first.
Yeah, like Aaron, I went in with high expectations that I was going to get a lot of different people in this movie. Just kind of like how we got with No Way Home. And I think I kind of let that cloud my judgment because I walked out of it after IMAX. I was a little bit perturbed. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I did.
Me and Aaron were kind of shocked.
Yeah.
He's
like, I didn't like it.
But then I went and saw it Sunday when we got home. I went and took my fiance because I knew that she would like it. She loves horror movies, and I knew that she would like the horror aspect to it. And going in knowing what to expect, I think helped a lot because I enjoyed it quite a bit more that second viewing. The horror aspects were so well done. Wanda was portrayed as somebody to be absolutely terrified of. Throughout this movie, and it was I liked it quite a bit. I don't know, and I've kind of had this debate because I've been messing with it on that app, Letterboxd.
Yeah.
I don't know where officially I would rank it. I think I probably need to go see it again. One more time. It's definitely better, I think, than the first Doctor Strange movie, but I still don't know if it cracks into my top 10, so it puts it in a weird spot. But
I love the movie. I didn't really expect anything. I didn't watch any trailers. I was just kind of like, honestly, I was just like, I got caught up on all the shows. I knew that WandaVision was important. I didn't know if anyone else would be important. I kind of expected to see a Loki reference, like a more.
The only one that was really necessary was WandaVision.
Yeah. I even expected just like a small little nod, maybe seeing just one of the extermination ones from the prime timeline. or Kang. I expect to see Kang, the Conqueror,
Yeah.
at least once.
But he'll be coming.
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll be coming. And honestly, I loved how Wanda was. I thought the very end, like a little cop outy, with her just killing herself. But I also know that was also partially.
Well, you see a spoiler alert somewhere on the screen.
Oh, we'll just cut that out. I thought we were already in spoiler territory. Shit.
Zach specifically said we're going to avoid spoilers and just have some thoughts.
I didn't listen to Zach. So,
Anyways,
so Wanda
that
dies. Let me go.
that all just got cut out.
No, we're in the
So,
spoiler territory now.
about 30-15 you got cut out, okay?
I'm doing it. You've been spoiled, world. All 14 of you.
Just cut it out. Or just bleep me, and then have all that reaction.
Actually, that would be kind
That
of
would be funny.
Oh, the poster says, "Damn it, Kevin."
But I really liked the horror aspects. I liked how dark it was. My particular favorite part of the movie was later near the end, one of Doctor Strange's powers. I thought was really cool. I saw it in 3D. I didn't go to IMAX. The 3D, it was really well done. It wasn't. I really didn't think it was overused, but it really captured, like, in that power form. There's a lot of, like, kind of horror-esque stuff that was really kind of like corner of the eye that I really liked with the 3D. So I'm trying to avoid spoilers now. I loved seeing all the different universes. I am kind of hoping to see even more. I hope we get another movie about. I'm trying to avoid saying the damn.
Well, if you finish up, we can move on to
We'll move on to
Done.
spoilers.
I liked it. Spoilers! 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 Spoilers!
God damn it.
All right, so the end of the movie.
When Wanda dies.
When Wanda dies was a cop-out.
So, first question I want to ask you guys is, how did your expectations before the film detract from your experience, or like affect it negatively or positively?
So, my expectations probably affected me negatively. Not as much as they did for Nick, because I tried to temper them more. But at the same time, I was still like, oh yeah, we're going to see cameo after cameo.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew and I said when we're walking, I'm like, just trying to, I know who the cameos
Just trying to
are.
calm down a little
They've
bit.
already been announced. There's probably not a single one more than that. And there wasn't. Well, there was.
I mean, we did a whole section on our previous movie episode where
Yeah.
these are the
This is
cameos
who I want.
This is the people
This
we want to
person was
see.
rumored. Yeah. So that didn't happen. That was a letdown, but they'll come. But other than that,
Eventually.
I did like it. So it didn't take too much away. Like, I wasn't like Nick going, fuck this movie. I hated this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, harsh.
I really, outside of the first trailer that came out, I hadn't watched anything on this
Yeah.
movie. I wasn't reading anything on this movie because I did do
me
that
neither.
for Spider-Man, and I did think it kind of ruined it a little bit for Spider-Man.
I just had to be sure.
So yeah,
Damn it, Zach.
I was expecting Logan and possibly Deadpool and more X-Men and
Yeah.
so yeah, when none of that happened, I was disappointed. I thought the end credit scenes disappointed me more than I thought they would. Those were
Those were a letdown.
a big
bit.
letdown.
Like that's what
They didn't set anything up.
that scene was when I expected the Loki thing.
Yeah.
I expected to just be like
Yeah.
have them show, or have Kang show up or something. Just a quick like gotta clean up this fucking mess over here. I don't know what happened here, but
You know, that might have been planned because Loki was supposed to be a few episodes longer, and what they're doing with season 2 is a little bit of expansion of what the end of the season 1 should have been.
Yeah.
So that could have been originally planned, but they might have cut that.
Yeah,
Due to
it's a
that.
possibility due to
Damn
getting a second
COVID.
season.
Like I said, the second time I went and viewed it, obviously I knew what to expect, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, because I actually wasn't super excited to go see it a second time, but I knew I had to take Tori because she was mad we went and saw it in IMAX without her.
Too bad it was a guy's trip.
And it was,
Yep.
yeah,
and
it
it's
was
happening for the next one.
Thor.
Yep.
July 8th, which is a week after Money in the Bank. I was really hoping those were the same weekend.
Oh, that would have
Because we could have done both in Vegas,
Yeah.
but yeah. So the second time I went and saw it, I enjoyed it, quite a bit more because I had obviously tempered those expectations.
all right. I had no expectations.
That was the best moment of the movie, by the way. Not seeing Tom Cruise's
Tom
Iron Man.
Cruise was
Oh
good.
yeah, that was.
So since you brought that up, thank you.
Thank you.
He was originally penned to be in the film.
was.
The only reason he wasn't in the film was because of time restraints, because he's currently filming Mission Impossible 7 and 8
he's
back to
in the
back.
script, which means he's coming.
They haven't
Don't
done.
care. He wasn't in there. It made
No,
the
he's
movie.
gonna
We
have a
do
bigger
all-
role
We
going
almost
forward.
had Superior Iron Man.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
so-
get him. We're gonna get him, Zach. It's not gonna be in Thor, but it's probably gonna be in one of the bigger movies.
Probably Secret Wars, which
Yeah.
this movie
Oh,
heavily
yes,
teased.
yes.
So
it did.
I loved
That
Zombie
would be awesome.
Strange.
That one.
Loved Zombie Strange, and I loved his Cloak of the Damned.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
And I was like, you saw it in 3D, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you notice around the corners of there, like the hands? There was very little 3D in that scene, but the hands would every once in a while grasp right at the edge of your.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And I liked it. I thought the fights were good. I thought the magic fights were a little unimaginative. Barring the music fight, I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, they were just throwing projectile. She's the most powerful witch, and all she can manage is a fireball over and over and over and over again. She
Powerful,
manages.
untrained witch.
Okay, look, but she's trained enough to remove someone's fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But she can't.
Because she used her imagination. She probably saw the Matrix.
Yeah.
She didn't use her magic. Only fireballs, ice ball, anything else. Disintegration rays, something
Actually
cooler.
did disintegrate one person at the end.
One person.
That I remember noticing. There was one person who was crawling away and screaming in pain. And she kind of just
And then Doctor
dusted
Strange
him.
was supposed to be one of the most powerful magic users. It trains, fuck you. And all of his moveset is just shield. Same kind of projectile over and over again. Sling.
Because he's not out to hurt people. So kind of like Doctor Strange's whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but he didn't
uses
use
all
any.
and she's an
magic.
innocent host that he doesn't want to hurt.
Not that. I'm saying he didn't use anything super lethal with the stupid monsters.
Here's
In the
He
end.
used a saw.
He used it to cut a fucking bus.
Here's the point.
He
you're missing.
used a magic hand to literally spear one
Yeah.
in the
That's
eye
true.
And rip its eye out.
That's true.
It was very visceral on 3D, and I loved it.
Here's
What
what you're
about the
missing.
other Doctor Strange then when he killed that motherfucker?
Because
Here's what you're missing, and I thought maybe you would, because sometimes you and I think a lot alike with some things. I thought this might also bug you. This pissed me off more than anything else in the movie. These people can fly.
Oh my god!
When Wanda was
There we go
limping
again.
down that corridor, she could have floated. What are you limping for?
she
you?
would have bumped her head.
Oh my god! No, she
There's
was
That was a 5-foot
clear-
ceiling.
They travel to a multiverse in New York, and he knows where he's going, obviously. But let's not fly to the sanctum. Let's just slowly walk. There's no time crunch here. God dang it makes me even the second
you
time.
couldn't see. Oh god, I just lost his name. Pizza Ball guy.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see Pizza Ball Guy. That was a disappointment as well.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Bruce Campbell was
There we
cool.
go.
yeah, I love seeing Bruce Campbell.
He should have had a better role than that.
Yeah, or at least maybe when it ends, he pulls
Papa
out
Pizza, by the way.
Papa
Pizza.
That brings me back to expectations.
Fuck
now.
off. Papa Pizza. I
I
would've
would
been-
have supposed to be talking about.
Pizza Papa. I
Pizza
think.
Papa.
Pizza Papa.
I would have only been cool with that extra credit scene with him if he turned into a pizza themed villain for Doctor Strange.
That'd be cool.
That would have been great.
You don't like the homage to Evil Dead 2?
Oh, I like the homage. I just wished
For more.
for more.
Yeah.
With that in mind,
Bruce Campbell's a badass. He should be something in the
Before-
MCU.
before having seen the movie, I think it was the day before, I saw a picture of Bruce Campbell on Instagram where he was painting the sideburns gray like Doctor Strange. And I thought he was going to be an alternate version of
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. And I thought that was
That
gonna
would
be
have been
cameo.
cool.
That would have been really cool. But they didn't do
Pizza
that.
Papa.
Pizza Papa.
Maybe that
No,
was
but-
Doctor Strange.
Nobody rips off Pizza Papa.
I know we talked about this in the last episode, but it does need to be said again because, especially for people who are words. I think it's important for big projects like Marvel and other studios that are producing big movies
to do something different.
And that's so before I'm sure you have more questions. I just have to shout out Marvel because I thought America Chavez was fucking cool. As somebody with lesbian parents, it was cool being represented in a Marvel movie in that way. For anybody in the LGBTQ plus community, I'm sure that it was cool to see yourself kind of in a Marvel property. Her jacket, the Amore es Amore on the side of the jacket, I was, even the first time watching it through, I was like, that's really fucking cool. Her pen was cool. Overall, her powers I thought was super cool. I like that she learned how to control them towards the end. I want to see more of America Chavez.
I agree.
Watching this movie.
I have
Representation was the word I was looking for earlier.
I have a big feeling that we are going to see more of her. I think she is in a new Avengers lineup in the comics.
Yeah.
So with her training at Carmitage at the end of the movie, might be lining her up for the new Avengers. One of my next questions, and you kind of already got into it, I was going to ask which characters in the movie that like really spoke out to you, which ones were your favorite. For me, I really thought this was Wanda Maximoff's movie.
Yeah.
I think she had the biggest
100%.
arc. Doctor Strange had a great arc. He was learning to not be the point man on everything, not to be the one always holding the knife, and he had to go through a lot of shit to figure that out. But Wanda, if you watch the tag scene at the end of WandaVision, you see that
It was Agatha.
you see that she had the Darkhold, and it is corrupting her. She's like, she's doing her spiritual presence, is, like while her body's resting or whatever. Yeah. But she's reading from the Darkhold and learning spells and stuff, and that's what carries over into her arc in this movie, where she's finally been taken over by the Darkhold completely, and like. You see that she's not fully trained in like everything yet. Like she's trying to pass off as like she could protect America Chavez, but when she like lets her name slip before Doctor Strange actually says her name, you can kind of see where like she's not.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
When I noticed that, I was like, why did Marvel fuck up that bad? He never said her name.
Continuity error.
I was just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, it's part of the story.
I was just like, what? That's like weird. I was like, that's just a glaring hole for them not to do anything with.
Damn it, Gavin.
Yeah, I feel like I already touched on America Chavez, so I don't need to talk about that much more. Because I was so excited for the cameos, and I know the biggest one was spoiled, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was still so cool to see him in a MCU actual film.
Yeah. I didn't know.
And that would be
Black
Professor
Bolt.
X.
And when the theme song kicks in the
Which I
background,
didn't-
with wheels up.
The first time I went and saw that, you guys talked about it when we left the movie at IMAX. You guys were like, oh, I like that they played the theme song. I didn't even notice.
They did an orchestra version of
Yeah.
the song, which kind of threw me off a little bit.
It is, because, it's not as distinct as...
So yeah, the second
guitar
time I was like,
riffs.
oh, there it is. That is cool.
It's perfect.
And the chair! The chair!
They brought the animated series chair in. The chair is at least canon now.
Bullock. I can only think of Bullock a lot when I see Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Especially since it's very similar regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't know it was gonna happen. I did kind of expect it, like once it showed a couple of the like fan. I was like, maybe it'd be cool if I saw Professor Xavier then he came out.
Yeah.
I really wish his voice had not been in the trailer.
Yeah.
The chair had not, again, just surprise me with this shit.
Kevin Feige was a little upset with how much they showed in the trailer. And
Yeah.
before seeing the movie and hearing that interview, I'm like, oh, there's not going to be much more, is there?
Ugh,
Yeah.
sad. But yeah, to have been surprised by that, being like, holy shit, that's Xavier.
I really enjoyed
But it was good.
the action in this as well. Like I said earlier.
Yeah.
I
Who
didn't
was your
expect
favorite character?
favorite character. Fuck. I know that was your question.
Papa Pizza.
Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa.
I really did like America. I was worried about it at first, but they did really pull through with her. Wanda was so good though.
Yeah.
And
really
Strange was really good. I'd have to say Wanda wasn't I wasn't a huge Scarlet Witch fan even before, so it was a very good representation for her. But I like Strange the best. That's what I was really going for was Strange. So
Nice.
nice.
All right, what were you getting to in before?
Oh, I liked how brutal it was. It was unexpected. Again, Sam Raimi. I was like, it was a little bit more. It was still unexpected to me because it was the main movie one. I had watched Moon Knight and was surprised by that level of violence in it. That said, when I was watching, I was like, damn, they must have just seen how well Invincible did, and just said, we'll just do that.
I think part of it was that they had Sam Raimi at their helm, and they kind of just like they trusted him to do what he does best, and that make a good horror movie.
Yeah. Wonder how much they had him toned down.
Probably had those.
I would love a director.
So they're like, okay, tone that one down.
I'm not
Sam.
expecting that.
It's just like, does Wu
God,
need
that'd
to
be
be
awesome,
impaled
though.
on
Oh, yeah.
A rated R
impaled on this?
version of this film.
I mean, he has said there was originally a 2-hour and 40-minute cut of this film. I'm not saying that we should start a hashtag for it,
Yes, we should.
but I would love to see it. If,
Yeah, it would be awesome.
if the gods willing.
Yeah, he does.
But the brutality in this film is awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
they have a lot.
When Black Bolt died, I did not expect
Black Bolt. Not only that, but like I didn't expect them to bring Anson Mount, who actually played him in the Inhumans ABC series, which failed miserably, and I
Yes,
haven't
it
watched
did.
yet. But they brought him back to replay Black Bolt, which was really cool.
I liked how they showed his power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Translated really well. On
Yeah, for
screen.
those that didn't watch the Inhuman show.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is most of the world.
I was like, I knew of Black Bolt, and I knew that his power was basically like the Dovahkiin on steroids.
Pretty much.
My knowledge of that series is basically what Mr. Sunday Movies did on the Caravan of Garbage, episode 4, The Inhumans, which kind of ties into our top 10 that comes out this week, so catch that in the playlist. But yeah.
And then just killing all of those cameos off for shock value.
Oh yeah. The deaths were really creative.
They were really good though.
I was
like,
wondering what the spoilers without context with the blue spaghetti was at first, and I'm like, I can't crack that one. And then we watched the movie. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I will say,
damn.
like horrible way to die. But at the same time, for how bloody Black Bolt was, I expected like a little bit of blood from Mr. Fantastic's. Just a little bit. Like I get it. But
Her delivery.
I think his head did explode at the end though.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, when his arms are shredding.
Like
They
like,
could have
like
just had blood gushing out.
not gushing, but like
Of his
just like a
stretchy
little
arms.
bit. You know, just
Yeah.
something. Especially because Black Bolt had his like he killed himself and had blood all
Yeah.
over there.
And when Cap got cut in half, they didn't show it, but you get the bloody shield.
Yeah, and in the background you see her blurry figure kind of slump off
Yeah.
in 2 pieces.
Took a piece from Mortal Kombat for that.
Wanda's delivery of that line before she kills Reed Richards is almost haunting.
That was fucking cold.
Yeah.
Do
Your
have-
kids have a mother. Somebody will be able to watch them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
I was
She
like,
said that, I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna be good.
What's funny is those Scarlet Witch that I was like most familiar with, like I think from like the old games or some shit where she's a villain anyways. So I was like, oh, we're finally getting back to villain Scarlet Witch.
I mean, she's been both.
Gavin did talk about it a little bit. That musical fight. Again, the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't like this. Like, there was just something about it I didn't like. And then watching it through the second time, I was like, this is actually so fucking inventive. Like,
It
it's
is.
so creative.
I
I
also
was
like-
watching Scott Pilgrim for a
I was
minute.
like, especially like
True.
especially listening, like because they get matched up to the notes, so like when it was cool just listening to it too. It was
Yeah, it's something new, and I like that Marvel is doing the same
Yeah.
way. Like they're trying new genres with their storylines. They're trying new things, like the musical fight. That's something we've never seen before. We got Moon Knight being a little bit more bloody or like more down to earth, street fight-ish, with the multi personalities. I like exploring these new avenues of storytelling.
Yeah.
The third eye looks awful.
It does.
Oh god!
Kind of
All I could think about was Tien.
Yeah.
Like that's how I expect Tien to look in a Dragon Ball live action movie. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was probably the worst effect.
yeah.
It was.
I don't know
But
how they
do
could
you
make it better.
Yeah,
but
how do you properly do that?
I don't know.
Make sure that the eye is always on the forehead for starters. Not so it just opens up on blank skin, then it looks wrong. Like I get magical and stuff, but like if you want to make it magical, you could make like a quick like just a quick sigil, like the
Yeah,
little
they probably just
and
have
then
a
it
glow
opens.
or something and not an actual eyeball.
Or no, I'm saying like you could do the actual eyeball, but like before it like actually opens, like it like traces it real quick and
Yeah.
the sparks,
That'd
just to make
look
it
better,
seem.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when it's just blank skin, it's very jarring.
When we see it again, well, maybe they'll have fixed it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, he gets that power. What a fucking winner. Uncanny Valley.
What was your favorite cameo?
Oh, Professor X.
Professor X.
Just because I'm such a huge X-Men fan.
I almost want to say Black Bolt just for his death scene. I like it was very fucked up death scene.
Also, I do love John Krasinski as Reed Richards.
Oh,
I think that was
he's
gonna
a
have to be my
great
favorite.
casting choice, so I hope he is
Sticks.
Mr. Fantastic going
I
forward.
really like. I can't remember his name for some reason.
That would be
off the top of my head.
fantastic.
That would
Guy
be
that's usually- that was
fantastic.
evil in Strange's normal universe when he fights with that's on the Illuminati.
Who?
The black guy.
Oh, Baron
Racist.
Mordo.
Mordo.
Oh,
Thank you. I liked Mordo. I like the
always
good
forget
Mordo.
he's in the movie.
I do too. I've totally spaced him out.
Yeah, I think he does well. He's forgetful, obviously.
He's underused.
He's underused,
very
but I really
underused.
like the delivery. I'm beginning to realize why your Mordo doesn't like you very much.
That was another thing. There's a little bit of difference in Doctor Strange's fight with him. He uses mostly hand-to-hand combat during that fight because he's got the
Cuffs
Sands of
on.
Ashanti cuffs on.
Yeah,
So there's
that was a cool fight.
Yeah.
I really liked that, honestly. I just liked Mordo's delivery of that line was also
Yeah.
really funny. That
There's
kick
a-
looked fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's some good humor.
there's a lot of well-delivered lines and there's a few shaky ones.
There's some really good horrifying lines.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like children one. The other one where she's facing Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic basically just sells the bag. He can kill you just by speaking to you, and she's like, "How do you speak without a mouth?"
Yeah.
And he just freaks the fuck out.
And that transition's so like, cause if I remember correctly, didn't it like spin a little bit on that one?
No, I
wasn't
think
a
it
straight cut.
pans down a little because you like it comes into his eyes and then it kind of pans out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you see,
Pans
But you
down,
but you
pulls
see
out,
him
you
with
see
but
the
you
mouth.
see him with his lips right before it too.
Yeah.
So it was just such a quick, and that effect looked good.
Yeah.
Speaking of like cool effects, I want to go to our favorite scenes. And then if you guys have some ideas you want to bounce around or something to talk about, one of my favorite effects was right when Scarlet Witch is attacking Kamartaj. When she has to find somebody who's weak in the shield, and she kind of just like floats out from behind them and like speaks in the ear.
I thought that was cool.
That was really fucking cool. That reminded me back of like Age of Ultron when she was doing that to the Avengers and some of the fights where she kind of
Yeah.
come out.
I think that's like one of
Whisper
the
hex.
and it's one of like the best ways to really illustrate mind control too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just
Yeah,
something
it's
like,
well done.
hey,
But
In your head.
my favorite scene of all time in this movie was her using her reflections
Oh.
to get to America Chavez and Doctor Strange. Like her coming out of that shield was fucking hot. Like hot team. I wasn't.
It
trying to
was
say
very.
hot.
I thought you said
hot, fucking hot, so hot.
I mean,
The way her bones are like snapping back.
like a spider.
Hot as hell.
It's super ring.
but turned off.
Ring or grudge. It's super ring or
Yeah.
grudge when she goes
Yeah.
crawling out of
It
there.
was.
And I really thought it was very inventive as well. Like, first off, Doctor Strange's trap was fucking. I didn't expect that as
That was cool.
Yeah, it was really. I thought that was really cool. But how she just gets out of it so effortlessly once she like takes a minute to actually do it, I thought was like what you're saying. Reflections were
Yeah, that was really
scary as shit.
If you capture that at the right points in each in the scene, you can see her eyes just bouncing around through the reflections.
Every time Wu got knocked out, I was like, "Oh, that's so bad for you." like that first one where he gets knocked and he just fucking I thought he died right there. I thought that's what they were showing when he landed like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. He landed.
Talking about Wong?
Yeah.
Wong.
Oh, okay.
Where he landed with the stare like right there on his neck.
Yeah, like I thought he died, like because it like followed him all the way down. And it was just cracked, and I was like, oh, he's dead. That's how they kill him, I guess.
That's how Strange becomes Sorcerer Supreme again.
The fact he survived the movie shocked me.
Yeah,
Honestly, I did not expect him to survive the movie.
But yeah, my favorites were a lot like that. Just all the horror scenes, because it was such a surprise to see that, and I'm just like, oh, it works so well here, and
Oh yeah,
now I just want a full-blown Marvel horror movie.
That would be cool.
Let him do it. Let it make.
they could
rated R.
They could remake that one.
They could do
horror
the New
X-Men movie
Mutants.
they made.
It's probably New Mutants because that's got some horror.
Like they should just
I have
remake.
not seen that movie though.
It's
so
actually not bad.
that's what Nick keeps telling me.
It's this, but like
Not as good.
Not as
dumbed down a little
Yeah.
bit.
My favorite scene is when he takes off as Zombie Strange with the wings.
Oh my god!
Then as soon as he lands, Wong's spear goes up through the giant's head and pulls him off the cliff. I just thought like that 5 seconds was so perfectly set up.
That Cloak of the Damned was like the fucking coolest
Yeah,
thing.
I like
Zombie
that.
Strange when he talked was horribly done.
I think
It did not look
I
good
think that
at
was.
all.
I think that was partially on purpose.
I mean, it's a corpse. Come on, man.
I think
don't
part
like
of
it.
that is
Hold
because they used it looked like they used practical effects for it, like use.
Yeah, he was in an actual
Yeah,
mess.
it was a-
bro.
it was a
it's
mask,
A
yeah.
Sam Raimi kind of
Raimi.
touch to it, so kind of towards the Evil Dead a little bit. It's
Practical
not meant
effects-
to look really spectacular.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
I thought it worked good because
I mean, yeah, the speaking
Like-
because he's under a mask.
I was like,
talking.
because with the time passed, we don't know exactly how much time passed, but like, he was decomposed enough that he would be kind of waxy. Because that's around that point. So it makes sense why it looks so waxy,
I think,
but it also makes it look so fake, even though it is weirdly accurate.
I think part of it is in that first scene when Defender Strange gets stabbed in the leg. Whatever poison was inserted in him brought him quicker.
Yeah.
Because it's only been like, I think this movie takes place over like maybe 2-3 days at most.
something like that.
And it's definitely not enough to decompose that much, but
No.
if you have a poison that's decomposing you fast.
Well, and he got stabbed through the heart with the same shit too.
Yeah.
Like he was dead. That caught me off guard a little bit because I was like, oh fuck that they just.
Yeah, I thought
I thought like it was a Doctor Strange movie and it was just gonna go immediately. It was just gonna be America Chavez just trying to like figure shit out. I was like, what the fuck?
from the trailer seeing Zombie Strange, I thought Zombie Strange was going to be maybe like part of the big bad.
Yeah, I thought he
later
was
on.
gonna be something she was
evil.
controlling.
Like they
an
might
evil
have
Strange.
to
Yeah.
fight like the zombie part of the zombie
Yeah,
universe
I
from
did-
the What If series.
Did not expect it to just be a possession.
Yeah,
It was
And I was
cool.
like, well, and is he gonna bite anybody? And are we gonna have more than one zombie? But no.
I thought that was really
it was cool. I just didn't expect it. I totally
I didn't
thought it was
either.
gonna be a villain.
Well, I didn't know that he was even in it, but like once I saw it, I thought it was. Really, it's just the Cloak of the Damned. The special effects on the Cloak of the Damned was the coolest fucking thing. It was so fucking cool.
no, this movie really did look good in 3D as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I should
again,
probably see this in 3D.
you should see it in 3D because that Cloak of the Damned got way cooler in 3D. I thought.
Should
I
see
thought
it
that
in 3D
whole
was
scene
good.
was really fucking cool.
And I think it's only like a $3 surcharge
it's
for
not
3D.
much.
If you have the real Crown Club card. Weird
Not a
plug right
sponsor.
there.
There's
It's not a sponsor. Yeah, one thing because I'm still kind of working on my review. I've been really lazy this week because I've been sick. One thing I did write down was that Wanda kind of reminded me of like a Nightmare on Elm Street version of like Freddy.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Oh, yeah, it
especially
was-
in the hallway.
So this is all
And
And
like
I
the
feel
way
like
she,
there's like one or two dream sequences too.
there was a
wasn't
couple.
there? Yeah.
Or when she was sleepwalking
That was.
or dream. What were they call it?
Dream walking, I
I
think.
think they called it. Yeah, I think it was
Something like that, where
Something
she was
similar.
shooting her mind across the
Yeah.
universe. There was a couple of cool shots where she was like disconnecting from the first time she possessed another Wanda, where she's like kneeling on the ground in her circle, but keeps bouncing back and forth between the two universes. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. Anything else you guys want to add?
Be interesting to see where they take Wanda. She's going to start her redemption arc now.
Yeah.
I think she's just dead. I think they legit just killed her off.
There's
Nobody on screen.
Yeah.
And you see that red.
There's
her
like a
power
red burst
explode.
as
it's
the
crumbling.
building's
She
falling down. She
teleported.
teleported.
I know. I like to think that she's dead.
She's not dead, Gavin. Come on.
Look, I want her to be dead,
She'll be back.
and then I would like her to possess her body as a
Zombie
different
Wanda.
with a different
Scared?
one and start.
I turned on.
It's necrophilia. But yeah, it was a great movie. I liked it. I had no expectations. I had nothing about it. I ignored everything.
I said it's kind of a smart move because I think that had they made another No Way Home, that's what everybody would have expected going forward.
Yes.
So I think that this movie
That's
was
good.
good in its own right. Obviously, it also is going to temper expectations for Thor, which comes out in a couple months. Black Panther 2 when that comes out.
If that comes out.
People know that they're not going to do that in every movie. Like that was a one-off kind of thing.
Yeah, this one had some good surprises.
And they might do it in the future because this movie's like heavily teasing a Secret Wars type storyline. Most recently, or more accurately, the most recent version of Secret Wars, where different universes in the multiverse were crashing together, and like you would see battles in the comics where one universe was fighting to survive against another universe, and either one would survive or they would both be destroyed.
Maybe that'll be the big culmination in-game type movie.
Well,
in
especially
phase.
if you include Loki's and the fucked upness that is the.
Yeah, that's probably
Prime
where this
time.
is all going to head for the big showdowns.
And that would be really cool because then for this storyline
It'll
version
be
of the storyline,
Avengers Secret War.
you would also have like Doctor Strange Doctor Eve.
Doctor Evil.
Doctor Evil.
Fuck yeah. He needs to be an
He's
MC.
the Fantastic Four villain.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. There we go. There's a doctor there.
There's a doctor.
Doctor Doom actually like found out how to like possibly save the universe or like a piece of it. So he makes Battle World and conjoins different pieces of the multiverse into one world where he rules over as like God. And he
$1 million.
1 billion universes. But that's the way they took Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe and brought him into the 616 universe. The
Imagine
mainline
this, okay? Imagine this. We got the
You've
multiverse.
started something you'll never
We're-
finish.
We go to see
Isekai.
We get to go see Secret World. We get thrown into a new world.
Secret Wars.
It's whatever. Same difference.
Secret world of variety.
And we get to see whoever the fuck is in this movie in
Everyone. Tom Cruise.
in Miles Morales'
There's going to be
universe.
4 different
Across-
versions of Tom Cruise.
See,
It's going to be
that's
great.
why we're doing Across the Spider-Verse for Sony. They're going to cross over again
Probably.
in a weird, fucked up thing that probably shouldn't happen.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. Before we end this, we start with Gavin. 0 out of 10, or like from 1 to 10.
7.
rating. 7?
I liked it.
7.
7?
It was a little different.
1 million.
1 million out of 10.
I need
Doctor
to watch it a
Evil.
second time. Right now, I'm going to give it a 7.
You should see it in 3D.
I think I will.
I think it's
fun.
worth it. It's not like super in your face, but
You're gonna give it a 7 out of, or 7.5.
7 out of 5.
7 out of 5.
Gonna be
It was
different.
pretty good. It was alright.
7.5 out of 10.
This was a really cool experience. Something that we were talking about on the way home that we need to start doing more often. So
Yeah.
I think Thor for sure we should try and go see in Denver.
I think you were talking about doing it in 40X.
40X would be fun.
Yeah,
just
give
to
it a
try
shot.
something new.
Yeah.
And then I'm for real. The next time they have a big culmination movie, we go to Austin, Texas. And we go to screenings.
Yeah, be down.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Don't know when that'll be. Years from now.
Minutes from now.
Whenever Avengers Secret War comes out.
Phase 7.
Phase 7, probably.
Jeez. What really scares me is when Kevin Feige says we're not doing any more Avengers movies. But I know they're going to. They have to. Whether it's new Avengers, West Coast Avengers.
I mean, they could just have something just as big in its place.
Yeah, or just call it Secret Wars.
Do you know what this is all
They
going
just
to
might take the brand
into?
away if the Avengers do disassemble.
The Justice League versus the new Avengers.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
They just mash them all together. Kevin Feige.
I'd rather
controls
watch
all.
Predator versus Batman.
Kevin Feige ends up controlling even DC and makes good movies. And he makes them all
Batman
part of the
versus
same
Terminator?
thing. And then you get to watch Batman help out beat up Moon Knight.
Fuck that. I want
DC
You
movies.
get to
on the
watch
come up, man.
Slade stab Beast Boy. Oh wait, that's
Are
just
they,
DC anyways.
Yeah. Last 3 movies have been good.
They got new leadership.
The Suicide Squad, Batman, Shazam, all good movies.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad was fun.
I didn't throw Joker in there because I didn't watch all of Joker.
Ah.
It looked awful.
I liked it.
About Wonder
It's
Woman
different.
1984.
Nope, absolutely not.
Because that's in the same area.
Fuck that
Came
movie.
out after
Yeah,
Shazam.
fuck that movie.
So you
I-
can't say the last 3.
I
The
like
last 3
Joker,
have not
but
been good.
the Wonder Woman 1980 crap show
Look,
fest.
Look, I will give DC Peacemaker. Love Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was great.
Love that movie.
You would like it.
Oh, I know I would. I need to watch it. It's on there. It's on my list of binge shows.
It's a lot of
I
fun.
need to get caught up on the Star Wars stuff before Obi-Wan comes out. That's what I need to do.
You got like 12. You got 11 days left.
Yeah.
Can
you do it?
By the time
Yeah,
you're done,
absolutely
by
I
the
can.
time you're done, you'll have 8 days left.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I will probably get
If
through.
you start tonight.
I will probably get through all of Mandalorian this week.
Honestly, you really don't need to watch any of Mandalorian.
Yeah, I know, but I want to get caught up
Yeah.
on Mandalorian.
because this takes place between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
General Kenobi.
You should
True.
watch Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really need to watch anything. Because it's all in the past.
In the past.
So you don't
I still recommend Clone Wars or Rebels because you get the
Yeah.
Inquisitors and Rebels.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. And you should probably play Jedi Fallen Order.
That's not a thing.
I tried for you, Zach.
It's all right. I wasn't even gonna try.
I
know
played
you weren't.
Jedi Fallen Order.
I did too.
I beat it on hardest difficulty.
Why are you trying to get me to play that game?
I mean, it's an okay game.
It's okay.
I have a lot of issues with it, but it's
Yeah.
it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's fun. I will give it that.
I will give it that.
If you play on the hardest difficulty, you get some real
My
fun
issue-
bullshit.
like,
do you know if you get
The
all the
combat's
health
fun,
upgrades
the gameplay
and then get
is
to the
fun.
final fight, that
My
grab
issues are
move
with
she
the
does
story.
kills you at full health. It kills you every time. It's so fucking annoying.
It's not your typical EA like bad game. Like the gameplay is pretty solid.
The map is a mess. I have no idea how to use
From
that.
Doctor Strange to Jedi Fallen Order.
Mhm.
What a circle we've come.
It's basically the same movie.
Basically.
Easy.
Well, speaking of Doctor Strange, anything you think's gonna tie into Thor from this?
Honestly, from this movie, no. If there's
America
gonna
Chavez.
Is she in it? I doubt it.
be, if there's gonna be any tie-ins, it's gonna probably be from Moon Knight
Yeah.
because
Oh, that'd
talking
be
about gods and stuff. I know we got like,
Possible if we get.
Give me more pantheons.
yeah, we're gonna get the Greek.
We are getting
pantheon,
Greek.
I don't
for
give
sure.
a fuck about the Greek pantheon.
but you asked for more.
Yeah.
I want more cool. I want more less well-known pantheons.
Now with Gore, are we gonna have officially introduced the like symbiotes?
I have no idea.
Just that's for your. I know you've like deep
I
dug
want
into
to.
this shit.
I haven't really deep dived into Thor yet.
Is his sword being acknowledged as
I don't know. I mean, you
As,
could look.
uh,
You could probably look at the figures.
as Noel's sword, or are they? Because Noel would be a cool, overarching big villain. God of the symbiotes.
Nice.
Thor.
Yes, I like the
Thor.
quiet. I like the quiet. This is what people watch
You don't
podcasts
know?
for. No.
So like Guardians of the Galaxy, that celestial head that they all live in and do that. He cut that off, killed them. He's God of the symbiotes.
Yeah, and he's fucking insane.
Yeah. So his sword is what empowers Gore to go on this killing rampage. He's had it.
His sword's like basically
It's
a
the first
fucking-
symbiote.
Yeah, it's the first. Like it's
But it's a sword.
it's like the original Starscream.
Yeah. So there's some cool stuff there.
I don't know. I would have to search because they've started releasing the figures for the movie already, and you have the figure of Gore. I just can't remember if it actually said the Necrosword was his weapon on the
Necrosword is the coolest fucking sword.
Yeah, it is.
But that would be a cool storyline to go into.
It would be, but it's a big one.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Can
Well, I
you
guess we'll
imagine
find
them
out.
doing live action like Venom infected Avengers.
God, yeah. I can imagine it, and it looks awesome.
I can imagine myself freezing myself in the theater watching that.
Nick's just over here like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Why aren't they flying? You can fly!
They can fly.
They can fly.
That's the problem.
All right. Well, I guess we'll be talking a lot more about Thor in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah.
Getting
so
close.
We have to do it already.
Couple months.
And I don't really want to spoil myself, so I'm done with trailers on it.
I told you I'd only
But
want
I
to
am
watch
going
the
to
first
guess
trailer.
still and all that. So I've seen the trailer, so
Oh, yeah.
I want to stop there with trailers.
I won't make you watch any more.
There's lots of Necroswords, but they're all the same Necrosword, and they all kick ass, and they did show
All
up.
black, the Necrosword.
And I think doesn't Hela use a
I think
Necrosword?
she used a version of a similar sword.
She uses the Asgardian Necrosword.
Or she just makes her own swords.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll have to
Something like
rewatch Ragnarok, which I'm going to have to do anyway. So
That would probably be required watching. We should watch at
maybe
least
I'll
that
just
one.
start watching all the MCU movies starting
God.
this week.
I want to do that for the next big movie, like whenever we get our Avengers
movie.
culmination type movie. But that's gonna be such a long marathon.
Yeah, that's not going to be Phase 4. We're not going to get anything like that for Phase
No. Unfortunately,
4. All right. You think it's time to wrap it up?
I think it is.
It's always time to wrap up. Safe sex.
Wrap your rascal twice.
As we said at the beginning of the episode, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification or the bell button to stay notified.
We're dropping what we presume are bangers pretty often.
Oh,
This
they're
one definitely, I
bangers.
think, is a banger. This is a keeper.
I won't delete it.
Oh, thank you.
I might.
Well, guys, we want to hear your thoughts on Moon Knight, upcoming movies, Doctor Strange, whether or not you liked it or hated it, because there are people in this world that did dislike it. It's a pretty divisive movie.
Oh yeah.
We're not acknowledging that your opinions are bad.
We're just acknowledging that ours are better.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Um,
And that's why we're the #1 podcast.
we still love you guys. But now, I think it's time
To split!